Good evening and welcome to today's live where I'm talking about ghosts not having any balls. So just so that there's a little bit of clarity around it, I'm not talking about the ghosts that are in the spiritual world that after you've dead you become a ghost or whatever, depending on what your beliefs are. So what kind of ghosts am I talking about? Well, in the dating world, when someone disappears without a trace, and it gets the term of ghosting. So that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to start off by talking about the effects of ghosting on the person who gets ghosted. First off, there's a lot of inner questioning. Where's this person gone? Was it something I did? Was it something I said? And all these things on the inside and the uncertainty, and it attacks self-worth. Hi, Anna. And it also attacks what we believe and what we feel about ourselves. Because we just don't know. It's that uncertainty, the pain. It's almost like, oh, there must be something really, really bad about me if this person couldn't tell me how they felt. And it really is a horrible thing to experience, especially if it happens more than once, because the more often it happens, the more that inner questioning goes on. And if it just happens once, you can say, oh, it's just that person. But then if it happens again and again and again, we sort of look at this whole picture and say, oh, what's the common link between all these people? Oh, it's me. There must be something wrong with me. And they're not. There is not. So where does it come from? Why do people ghost? And it comes down to, as I said in the title, not having any balls, but to be more specific, it's more about not having any courage, not having any backbone. Or spine, if you like. And it really does say so much more about the person who's doing the ghosting, because it really is fear of hurt, fear of pain, fear of them not being good enough. What kind of... And for someone to actually just disappear without a trace, without saying anything at all, what are they fearful of? Fear of losing love, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear that they may be judged for, I don't know, maybe leading you on all along. Maybe it's because they're liars and they haven't got the courage to just say, hey, this is just not working for me. It's not that much of a hard thing to do, really, is it? For most people. But for these few that don't, it must be really, really hard. And personally, I don't know why they do it. I'm not a fan of it. I hate it. I think it's completely wrong, selfish, and stupid. So if that is the course of action that anyone watching this takes, grow up. And tell the person how you really feel. What's going on? Are there levels of ghosting? Danny says, that is a great question. I've not actually heard of levels myself. However, there could be a simple level where they just stop talking to you on a dating site or one social platform. But there again, they could change numbers, delete numbers, and completely disappear, which could be a higher level. And yeah, that's a great question. I'm going to have to look into that one. And like I say, it really is, it's just selfish and stupid. And if you don't know how to end a relationship and you're fearful of either getting hurt or being hurt, you're welcome to reach out and talk to me. Because there are way, way more better, more empowering, self-serving, loving ways of ending a relationship without that. And with just one little caveat, I will say that I have known people disappear out of a relationship and cut off all contact in every way, shape or form, though that is because their partner has been extremely abusive and it's been for their own safety. In which case, yeah, I totally understand that. Though you could always get someone to one of your mutual friends, if you have them, to just let them know what's going on. Or better still, get the police to do it. So, yeah, ghosting, not a great idea. Not a fan of it. I just prefer the option of just saying, hey, this isn't working. Because so far, I've not come across or connected anyone that really wants to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't want to be with them. So you're actually doing everyone a favor, you and them, by being honest and upfront and saying, hey, this ain't working. Let's move on. What's Danny say? If someone feels backed him into a corner, they run and ghost, or is it something else? It could be because they backed into a corner. It could be because they're just scared to say it's not working. There are undoubtedly many, many different reasons behind people ghosting. Though unless, as I was saying, unless your partner's being really, really abusive, then I don't see any need or reason for completely cutting off all ties, all connections, without even just a text message. If it's really bad, to say, hey, it's not working, I'm moving on, see you later. Though I do prefer the face-to-face option for myself. Not everyone likes that. It does take a lot of courage sometimes, especially when you care about the person and you know it's the right thing to do. And if they've done nothing wrong, then it can be a lot harder. It's like if they've done nothing wrong, they're a great person. You just know that it's not right. It's not the best option to stay with them just for the sake of it. And it sure as heck ain't the best option to ghost. Always, always go for openness, communication, and come from the heart instead of coming from a place of fear every time. Danny says, I get you with the scared of facing things. Yes, I've met that fear many, many times. What I will say is, when we are truly coming from the place of love, I'm not going to say it's easier, but it does feel a lot more authentic and true when we're coming from a place of love. Because when we know we're coming from that place of love, we know it's the right thing to do, then we just have to do it. So thank you all for watching. That's all I was going to say. If anyone's got any questions, then that's great. I will answer them. And if I find questions after I've finished the live, then I'll message them in the chat. Just going to hang on just for a moment, because I know that StreamYard's a little bit slower than Facebook sometimes. So there we go. That is today's talk on ghosting. I'll be back live fairly soon. Bye for now.